They suffered. They suffered a lot. Even at the moment, they were thinking about the memories of Roma and Liverpool. But at the end of the day, they are able to be qualified for the next round of a UEFA Champions League in the semi-final since 2019 for Barcelona, and Girassi with a hat-trick against Barcelona. So what a game! We have seen everything, and then emotionally, it was really up and down. But unfortunately for Dortmund, it has not been enough tonight. But with actually a very good performance. Hello everybody, hope that you're fine. I'm good. I'm good. Welcome for this new video for the review of the game of Dortmund against Barcelona for the second leg of the Champions League. So like and subscribe if you love this content, and then let's start the review. What a game, what a game, what a game. It was amazing. It was amazing. As I said, it was a very good game of Champions League. And then for Dortmund, what you have to say is that first defeat of Barcelona for during this year 2025, because they were with they have played like 23 games with 20 victories and three draw. And then tonight was the 34th game, I think, and then the first defeat in this year in 2025. So you could see that it wasn't a team was coming with in a bad momentum, so it was in a very good momentum. And yes, tonight it wasn't a good game for Barcelona, because the image that they have shown wasn't a good one. So there is a lot of things to say, because once we talk about the game, we should talk about everything that concerns that game, and it includes the lineup, and Hansi Flick made some changes in the lineup. Ronald Araujo started, and Gerard Martin started as a fullback. The fact that Alejandro Balde is injured since the last game in La Liga against Alaves, and Inigo Martinez was not in the lineup because if he got a yellow card tonight, he should have been suspended for the first leg in the semi-final. So normally that's why Arrojo and Kobasi started in the lineup in the defense, and also Pedro. Pedro was out of the starting lineup. So for the rest in the front, it was the same guys, and so you could see there were changes in the lineup of Barcelona. And then what we got to say is that in the midfield it does not work. Yes, in the midfield it does not work. Frankie De Jong, Gavi, and then Fermin Lopez, it does not work. And then there were really in difficulties at the point that the pressing of Borussia Dortmund were putting in the first half. They were totally swallowed by the midfield of Dortmund. So you could see that they were not able to keep ball, and they were really suffering at the point that they were running after the ball, and it was difficult for them on the ball and off the ball. So it was one of the biggest detail for this game, because when you see that when Barcelona were not in control, that's why it Dortmund got an advantage over Barcelona most of the time in the game. Because Barcelona is a team that like to control and have ball. Because when they don't have ball, like, they will run after the ball, and then when you run after the ball, you got a lot of mistakes, and then you get tired. And then that's what happened. Like, when you see the fullback Gerard Martin, he suffered a lot today. He suffered a lot. At the point, you could see that he was really tired. So it wasn't simple for him. It was a very good opposition for him. And I think if Balde was there, it would be Balde who should be there. So you could see that it's a real change for him, and then also it will help him, because once you play as a team like Barcelona, you play a tough game like this. So that's one of the main thing. Like, when you see in the first half, it was really Dortmund who were controlling not controlling, but the game was moving by their rhythm. The way everything was happening, it was by their rhythm. And also, when you have to say that the mistake of Chesney with that penalty kick given to Borussia Dortmund, they didn't play well the high line, and Girassi was not offside, so not Girassi, I think it was Bear or somebody else. So it was a true penalty, and then Girassi scored. And talking about Girassi, what a game for him with a hat-trick. But unfortunately, they are out of the Champions League, so it's not simple. But he has shown a very good thing, and then when you see even his goals, you could see that he's a very good striker. And yes, for now, I think he's the best scorer of the Champions League, even if he's out with the hat-trick. But at least he has shown very good performances. Then that is very good for him personally, And I still remember his Panenka. Wow, during that moment, do that such a thing. So it's mean that mentally you're really on top, and that's what he did. And so Chesney, in the beginning, he wasn't really good, but after that, during the game, he was still present with a lot of saves, and then he helped Barcelona. Even if you consider 3 goals tonight, but he was still one of the guys that Barcelona could count because he has really made a lot of good saves, and then that's helped them. So Ronald Araujo, bad game of Ronald Araujo, and I think he was concerned for like two goals of Dortmund, like not the first one, the second one, and then the third one. So not simple for him because he's not playing, a lot. The fact that he's Inigo Martinez and Kobasu was playing, and then tonight I think it won't help him, because the fact that Inigo Martinez was on there, and then you will see that he's making mistakes like that, it won't help him. And then I think, unfortunately for him, he's the one who is not just really down in the hierarchy. Even Eric Garcia is above him, so that's my opinion. Because what he's showing is like he's not bringing that insurance on the defense, and that's not good because right now is the critical part of the season, so they will need everybody to be really fit to help them. And then the same thing for the strikers, all of them they were under the level. I would say even all the team of Barcelona they were under the level because technically they were really not on top. So they lost ball and then they were not making the right choices. So it was really difficult for them. That's why they conceded many opportunities to Dortmund. Like Dortmund shot like more than 10 times, and then more than 11 times it was on target. So it shows that the way they were really in their game and then playing so much. Um, so for Barca, they didn't play well. All of them, like the strikers, Rafinha, a lot of bad gestures, bad choices. So it wasn't simple. Lewandowski was most of the time fighting not without with the ball, and Lamine Yamal wasn't making differences or very bad choices. So it was a game without for Barcelona. They've tried, but nothing was working. So Pedri entered, and then they got that control, and it just that at that moment the game was almost at the end. And Borussia Dortmund scored twice, so once, sorry, but twice even with the goal has been disallowed. But as I said, tonight they didn't play well. They didn't play well. As I said, the midfield was totally out, and that was difficult. So very good performance of Jan Kuto. Martin really suffered, as I was saying, because Jan Kuto was really on top, and then he made very good things. The same for Adeyemi. The first leg he was completely out, but today he was completely in. What he did, and Kunde was not in peace, and then it has really helped Dortmund, and he was most of the time bringing dangers on inside. So it was very good game of Sule and Bayer. So they have played well. They've played well, and so unfortunately for them, it wasn't enough. But they were able to score 3 goals to Barcelona. This Barcelona 3 goals. Yes, true, Barcelona made changes, but you have to score that goals, and then they were able to do that 3 times. So shout out to them for their performance. So it's very good what they were able to accomplish tonight. So for Barcelona, I'm not worrying about them. As I just said, they got the plan. They knew that they should do the minimum. So if I have to say that, because you don't plan to go and play and then lose. But I think they were like, um, we'll give some rest to some players, and then we'll play with what you can do. But at least we won't be eliminated, and then that's what they were taking. And then they did everything, so they were not able to be eliminated. So that's the first one. So it's mean that the objective has been done, accomplished, and then that's one. But for the second one, they were not able to do that. Is like get a victory or maybe a draw, but they were not able to do that. Is a defeat. But at least they have done the job, and then that is good for them. And then now they will focus tomorrow to see what will be their opponent in the semi-final. Maybe it will be Inter Milan or Bayern Munich. And yes, but it was nice. It was a good game, and for Dortmund they have put a lot of rate, but Barcelona, and then I think they should really work on it because they have shown bad things today, like the defense they were really completely out, and then the strikers they were not able to make the right gesture and then to score when they got opportunity. So during a tough game, when you're not able to do that or do those two things badly, you can regret. And Fortunately for Barcelona, it wasn't the case tonight, even if they have lost, but they are qualified for the next round, and that's the most important for Barcelona. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. So like and subscribe if you love this content and to be aware for the next videos on the channel. So tomorrow we'll be here to see the result of Real Madrid against Arsenal. So thank you guys. God bless. Bye bye.